everyone, and happy Sunday. Welcome back to Chatting with Charities, where we at Exit Realty PEI are highlighting a different charity nonprofit every Sunday, an island charity nonprofit. And we find out a little bit more about them and what they do here on PEI. And we also find out how we as islanders can support all of these organizations. So today I have with me Nancy Anderson, and she's a fellow Surrey person. So it's really exciting to have her on today. I think we used to sit near each other in church when we were little girls.
I believe so.
So Nancy is with Inclusions East, and she is going to tell us a little bit about that organization today and what they do and how we might be able to help them. So hi, Nancy.
Hi, Carol. Yes, thank you for the opportunity to come and to talk about Inclusions East. Inclusions East is located in Montague, and we provide services throughout Kings County, but mainly in Southern Kings County. We have several divisions which fall under Inclusions East. In general, we are the largest nonprofit in Kings County. We serve approximately 60 clients in Kings County through all of our divisions. And so some of our divisions include our employment services. So we have a staff in Montague and in Surrey, and serving all of Kings County. We have our residential services, which has grown to include 4 locations, providing different models of residential support, as well as we have a couple of apartments that are leased to provide for some special circumstances which have arisen. And we do that as a temporary measure until we have our independent living center ready for opening, which is one of our major projects that we are embarking upon this year. And I can speak more to that shortly. And we also have our community support, which is a program that provides individualized supports, mostly in the direction of prevention of social isolation, and but also some circumstances in which there may be some respite that's required for caregivers. Which is vitally important in Kings County. We have many elderly people still caring for adults with an intellectual disability. So having those respite opportunities and gaining the relationship with these clients are vitally important, because if circumstances change, they very, very may well need additional supports, and to have that relationship increases our ability to respond to best meet their needs. And community support was also created as kind of a bridge as the Kingswood Center was filled to capacity, which is our vocational training and day supports center. It allowed us to still be able to respond to individuals so that they weren't left within services, and in some cases may need to leave their community. And so this allows us to support them and to monitor their progress or issues that may come up in their lives, and try to assist. And then finally, to speak more on Kingswood Center. Kingswood Center is our training center, which we also provide day programming through. We have 2 main employment training programs through our bakery and through our woodworking program. We also have a functional skills group, which provides other life enriching activities to individuals where employment may not be their primary goal, they may have some other needs that need to be addressed. And so within Kingswood Center, we serve about 30 to 35 clients. And so it's very busy in terms of all the things that are happening under the same roof, which for some people, just the busyness is even disconcerting, depending on how they process there's the sensory of that. And certainly that leads us to that overcapacity and the and how we can provide skills development is the driving force into what has become one of our other major project, and which is the replacement of the training center. So before I launch into those projects, if you had any other questions based on what it is that Inclusions East does, certainly I'll just kind of stop for a second.
No, that was a great overview.
That was a mouthful.
and you serve a lot, like you said, you do serve a lot of clients. I know I used to work at Camp Genchef way back when, like over 20 years ago, but I know that some of our clients did participate at Kingswood Center, and we always heard really good stories about their experience there. So I know from personal experience that it's a wonderful organization that you're holding there. And yeah, we're really excited to hear about the new, the expansion of all this and all of the great plans that you have for growth.
Yes, exactly. So perhaps I'll speak on the independent living center first.
Sure.
So as I mentioned, Kings County has a large number of elderly caregivers who are attending to the needs of their adult person with a disability. And so at any time, crisis can certainly be upon them, whether it be a health crisis or whatever that may look like. The other component, as individuals in a younger demographic with an intellectual and/or dual disabilities, have grown up with an inclusive model for school, and that expectation is there that that once they come into adulthood, that they're going to proceed with their life the way that many of us do, and for that we are. The need has been there for individuals to have their own place to live, but the recognition is on the affordability and the support needs for them to be independent. So we've created a facility that we are in the process of developing with a targeted opening for the fall of 2021 that will house 8 one-bedroom apartments. One of those would be fully barrier-free, and 3 would be co-compliant in design, so with relatively small modifications could address those barrier needs. And then the 4 regular apartments for individuals. The facility will also include a 3-bedroom small options unit, which is a unit designed to incorporate, to meet the needs of people that might need additional staff. So that will be part of the facility, as well as a common room, and where we will be providing a supper meal to everyone. And that will give the opportunity to have that social camaraderie that comes with a meal, and to use that social space, but also gives the opportunity for those who may not need a lot of other supports, for us to kind of have a little bit of a monitoring on what's taken place, and if there's a way that we can assist to do so. And so we're looking quite forward to that. It's a 9,300 square foot building, and we're looking to incorporate some efficiencies to that, to make it in the long term for operating to be as feasible as we can. And so we're quite excited that that facility is going to be located on Grace Lane here in Montague. And so when there's not public transportation, it allows clients to be able to still access resources within the community as well as employment. So we're quite pleased with that project. We have been very fortunate to receive some funding for that project, but the remainder needs to be either financed or fundraised from us. So we are continuing on that even though we're moving forward with the project, we are still continuing on that track of gaining additional revenue. And so our other major project is the replacement of our training center. And so we have purchased a property in Brudenell, which of course Brudenell and Montague are side by side.
Sure.
So centrally located. This property is right on the main highway coming into Montague, so great visibility into this location, which is going to be key as we look to expand on the social enterprise side of our services, which help us to meet our mission in providing support services and adds to the skills development for those that are taking advantage of those programs. And so the new facility will be proceeding in 2 phases. Phase 1 will focus on the social enterprise side. And so we'll be renovating one of the buildings on that property, which is the building is 7,462 square feet. So a sizable building all on its own. 1 level, so accessibility is key.
Right.
And a key consideration, I should say. And so it allows us to look to a commercial kitchen to expand our bakery. And within that, a kind of a bit of an offshoot to a separate gluten-free mini kitchen. So that there's not cross-contamination. It allows us to expand on the opportunities that as more and more people are faced with that sensitivity and allergy, to be able to address that. And the new kitchen also will have the capability to increase our ability to cater to events. And one of the rooms that clients will use, of course, when we are open, can also be purposed as a community room and available for the community to come in. And there's some catering opportunities there. Also an expanded industrial arts section. And so we have ceramic equipment actually already purchased. And because we didn't have the space at Kingswood Center, it's been in storage. And so we're quite looking forward to being able to take that out of storage and to set it up to add that program opportunity, not only from the marketing aspect, but also from a therapeutic aspect. Working with materials is very the research that shows the benefits of working with your hands and creating is very produces great results. And so one of the other shortcomings that comes with our present space is how crowded our woodworking area is, which that overcrowding leads to safety concerns. And so to be able to expand just the size of the workshop will increase safety, but also allow for some development of new products and to have a dedicated finishing space, of course, adds to that. And we'll be able to also add in laser engraving so that we can customize and improve the quality of our woodworking projects. So all of those kind of accumulate then to increase the skills development. And with the added component of the community room, the inclusion opportunities we'll be able to also offer some evening programs that will be open to the general public as well, so that, you know, we may have a ceramics course or a woodworking course, or work in partnership with community schools. There's all kinds of opportunities to be sought there. And so that becomes our phase one. And then, of course, once we complete phase one, we will be looking at phase two, which will be to expand on our developmental side of our programming, and to create a development center that within that will have ample space for music therapy, art therapy, a snoozlin room, which is a multi-sensory environment, which also presents great results, not only for persons with an intellectual and or dual disability, but also for individuals who may be experiencing some dementia. So there's some opportunities there to open that to the community as well, and to the local schools, so that any of the children that can take advantage of that part can work with their EA to be able to do so without traveling to Charlottetown or Surrey or some of the other locations. So really looking for the new facility to have those key components to offer to the community, so that inclusion is key as key as the social enterprises. So so we are looking forward to that. And then one of the, I guess, the last component of the second phase is the development of a full service cafe with the retail component for our products that are produced in the bakery and the workshop, the industrial arts, to be able to be viewed and sold. So it's an ambitious project. It's going to take some time to have it come to full fruition, but certainly we have a targeted date for phase one to begin by the fall of 21. So wow. Yeah, 21 is a big year for Inclusions East. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a lot of, like, that is ambitious, but that's exciting. And wow, it sounds like there's an opportunity for a lot of partnerships too with other.
There is, yes. Yeah. We're certainly open to many partnerships and collaborations.
That sounds amazing. So having said all that, I guess the big question is, how can Islanders help you? What's the best way for Islanders to help you make this happen?
Sure. So with the renovation for phase one of the training center, and for phase two as well, certainly we have our fundraising campaign that, you know, includes contacting various foundations, and
Sure.
And in the past, we've also had some fundraising events. COVID, of course, has certainly impacted on those fundraising opportunities, and the opportunities for private donations. But we are certainly open to those. We're also open to third-party fundraising. If a group wants to get together and do a fundraiser on behalf and have it come in, we'd be very glad to support that. We also offer the opportunity of connecting perhaps some of our clients, if they can assist in those fundraisers, to be a part of that, so that if people in the community haven't had a chance to get to know some of our clients through some of their other activities and things that they're involved in, then it's yet another opportunity to get to know and to be included. So certainly, whether it's a fundraiser or whether it's a donation, it's a matter of just contacting me, and certainly I can provide that. We also do accept donations through our website. There's a donate now button, and so certainly that can come in through that way. Whatever we can do to make it easier for people to be able to support us in that.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Now, Nancy, what if people don't have the financial means to support you? Are there any other ways that they can support you and your organization?
Well, certainly as we're going forward, we have some new events that we're just kind of in the very preliminary stage of trying to plan. Um, but there may be some opportunities for volunteering with some of those events.
Okay.
And so certainly if they themselves can't donate, to be involved in that way would certainly be appreciated.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes. Yep.
Awesome. Well, wow. I'm really excited about all of this new stuff that's going to be happening. And I'm sure all of Montague is probably excited as well because, well, all of Kings County, I guess, because it's going to affect a lot of people.
It
So,
certainly is.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
Even in terms um, of our organization, while we certainly appreciate donations and other funds that are received coming in, we certainly do try our best to give back to the community in terms of supporting local in terms of with our residential services. We currently have our 4 locations, as well as those apartments that I mentioned. So we're certainly we're buying our groceries, and we're paying our light bills, and we're doing all the things that everyone does, which gives back to the community and supports small business. And certainly at Kingswood Center, again, when we're purchasing supplies, we look to support local, and we do our best not to be, doing online to larger big box kinds of places. So I think too, sometimes that kind of gets a little bit forgotten, that yes, we are looking to receive, but we also do give the economic spin-off from Inclusions East to the local economy is about 2.5 million. So it's, we have, about anywhere from 50 to 60 staff who all receive a salary. So all that generates that we really are an integral piece of the community from many aspects.
yeah, yeah. And that's important as well, and important to remember.
Yep.
Um, well, I don't think I have any other questions. Is there anything else that you would like to say before we wrap it up?
I certainly appreciate you giving the opportunity to be able to have this format to speak on Inclusions East. I will probably think of a dozen things that I could have said later, but I think I really did cover most of what we do. I think the only other thing I could kind of add is that you know. We're very privileged in what in being involved in the lives of the people we serve the way that we do, and we never want to forget that piece while we're looking to create these spaces. The people themselves that we serve are the most important factor in that. So yeah.
That's a good point. And just on behalf of the rest of the island, we thank you for what you do for the community and for all of the clients that you work with, because I know it's very important work, and I know it's probably very rewarding as well. So we thank you for that. And we will also include links to your website so people can donate, and links to your social media as well, so people can follow along and watch your progress and see how they can help.
Lovely. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Carol. Yes, and
So
thank you to Exit Realty.
yes, yes,
Yes, for sure.
no problem at all. And we're hoping too, by putting this on our platform, that people who may not run across you may discover you on this
Exactly.
platform. So
Yeah.
that's our hope. So thank you, Nancy, and thank you everyone else for watching. And we will see you next Sunday with another charity or nonprofit. So have a good Sunday, and we will talk soon.
Yes, thank you.